Henderson shot out of a cannon and with the posterization on the other end.
Mike Schmitz of ESPN. We're here in Walnut Creek with Scoot Henderson, potential #1 pick in the 2023 draft.
Mm-hmm.
Scoot just turned 18 not too long ago, played a lot of this, first professional season at 17 years old. I guess, what has the whole experience been like for you so far?
Man, it's just been great, honestly. Just getting the knowledge on the court and off the court, just coming from the vets and everybody just pouring into us. I'm just milking it in.
For people watching who maybe have never seen you play, how would you describe yourself as a player?
I feel like I'm a go-getter.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna have a high confidence every time I step on the floor. And I'm gonna just feed my team whatever they need me to do. I'm gonna be there to do. They need to get a stop. I'm gonna get a stop. And they need a bucket. I'm gonna get a bucket. Kick, assist. I feel like I've developed all types of abilities just in my mind and on the court.
Well, we're going to break some of that down here and kind of go through different elements of your game, what we've seen from you so far. And you mentioned getting a stop, and I think that's where you have a chance to be special.
Yeah.
Would you agree with that?
Yes.
Has that always been a part of your identity or no?
No, actually it hasn't. High school, my coaches, they always picked on me about playing defense.
Yeah.
But I had a teammate, he's a little shorter than me, and he will always be there to help defend and teach me some things on ball defense. So I feel like I just picked up parts of his game, being an aggressive defender, but also not touching.
Yeah, I mean, you have the physical attributes to do it, and sitting down, getting into the ball, sliding. I thought this is one of your better defensive possessions. Take me through kind of this play here.
Man, everybody was saying, at the beginning of the season, how I wasn't, taking pride in defense and stopping my players. So I took a real personal coming into the next few games after the first couple of ones.
Is there anyone you like to watch on the defensive side of the ball in the NBA?
Davion Mitchell.
Yeah.
I love watching him on-ball defense.
What do you like about his defense?
Just how he's aggressive and how he's going to get a stop.
Yeah.
I feel like that's his mentality on when he's playing against Steph Curry and those guys. Because I went to that game and he was really just locked in on his defender.
You were at the Kings Warriors game?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of the best defenders I've ever seen, and a film junkie.
Yeah.
Loves it, absolutely loves it. So, all right, they're sliding, forcing them into difficult shots, and then being a guy off the ball here too, who's active. Like, it starts with ball pressure, right?
Yeah, we try to do what they try to do to us, make the catch hard.
Make the catch hard, speed them up.
Mm-hmm.
So take me through this play here. So you're physical early, off the ball. And then what are your principles as they go into the ball screen?
Go under. He's too far out, so I'm going under, and I'm getting back to my man immediately.
Okay, so you go under, you square him up, and then hit the deck too.
Got to.
So that's that mentality that you've developed or you've had?
I feel like I had that. Just getting the ball. That's what I want to do. I want to win, so I'm going to do whatever it takes.
Yeah, I mean, this is like from the beginning to the end, pretty textbook. You're climbing into the ball, and then it's easier to get under the screen when you're pressuring the ball, right?
Yeah. Because they try to set the screen kind of high, so.
How much of defense is like scouting report stuff? Like, do you guys go through that? Like your keys, who you're going over, who you're going under?
Yeah, coach, he's always telling us just know your personnel, know who you're guarding on the floor. We go over film. We went over film 2 days now, going over the Wisconsin team. So we just knowing our personnel and knowing what they do and knowing what they're trying to do throughout the offense.
But they're showing isolation situations, in pick and roll as well, and then there you're going under, here you're going over. Anything you would do differently here or no? I guess maybe get into the ball a little earlier.
Yeah.
But still,
coach, he wants us heels on three. So I mean,
heels on threes.
Pretty good.
So
I could have pressed the ball once he tried to go over the screen.
Yep.
So I could have right there.
So as the screen's coming, get into the ball.
Yeah. Once Mike says left, I'm getting into it. That's what I've been working on this past few days, honestly.
Yeah, getting into the ball.
Yep.
And then that allows you to get over easier, right?
Instead of grabbing like I did there.
But still active hands, able to get the steal.
Yeah.
And you guys are going the other way. So, all right, that's on the ball, right? And then off the ball, I thought you've had some moments too. Take me through this possession here. Where are you supposed to be, and where do you end up?
I'm supposed to be right there, right now. I'm supposed to be in the paint.
Yep, at the midline, right? But because your athleticism.
Yeah, I try to rely on that, and he's a smaller guard, so I feel like I have a longer wingspan than him. So that's what I really thought into that.
But at the next level, right? If that's
I got to get over there early. I'm probably right there at the half circle.
Because if that's Ja Morant,
Yeah.
you might get punched on.
Nah, I'm not jumping right now.
You're saving yourself on that one?
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, showing the explosiveness, the IQ, the understanding of, okay, maybe I'm not in the right position initially, and then recovering. And kind of similar situation here. I love this. So just the effort to meet him outside the charge circle. Still same thing though. Probably should be over earlier, or no?
I feel like I wanted to get out the paint right there, so I tried to get out and then come right back in.
So 2.9, right? You got to get out.
Yeah.
But I mean, covering a lot of ground, right?
Yeah.
So has that been one of the biggest adjustments, like off-ball defense, or what defensively?
I've always been a good off-ball defender, honestly. Just playing like safety and cornerback as like in high school and middle school. I feel like I've had that eye for the ball. And just knowing, just reading the person's eyes, even if he's trying to trick me, I can tell sometimes.
All right, so that's defensively. I think you got a chance to be really, really good on that end of the floor. You mentioned Davion, a guy that you study. Now in transition, this is, I imagine, where you've always been explosive.
Yes.
What makes you so dynamic in the open court?
Probably my speed and my aggressiveness.
Who do you like to watch? Who are some of the best transition guards in the NBA you like to watch?
Like we said earlier, Ja Morant and really Davion Mitchell. He's pretty good open court guy, and I really watch. I watch Jared Harper.
Okay.
Jared Harper's game. I train with him, and I train with Chuck Persons.
Uh-huh.
And then they're always preaching get downhill and just put pressure on the defense.
And so one guy, in terms of the way you move, I know this is a little before your time. Did you ever watch any old D-Rose?
I watched D-Rose, yeah.
Do you see some of the similarities?
I see a little bit, yeah.
But I mean, explosive, shifty. Looks a little similar, right?
Yeah.
Is that why you're laughing?
Yeah.
What do you like about this?
That was tough. They trying to press him too quick.
Too quick.
Too fast.
And the body control was
body control
stupid.
was crazy.
So, you have a lot of that as well at your size, and then sometimes it's just punch one on him.
He jumped. He should have read the scouting report.
Was that your best dunk of the year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So, I mean, whether you're pushing or whether you're getting out, filling the lane.
Coach Baker always tells me to, run the floor even if I don't have the ball. So I feel like I've gotten better at that.
That's how you can score a lot of points, man.
Yeah, easy buckets,
points.
Easy points.
You watch,
run the floor.
Like Mikal Bridges is obviously more of a wing. He scores 8-10 points a game, just sprinting the floor.
The floor.
So I think you've got that as well, even at the guard spot. All right, so when the ball is in your hands, right? How do you balance all right, I'm gonna go get one, while also looking for your teammates? Like anything you would have done differently here? I think you get called for the jump.
I gotta probably step back because it was obviously. It's four of us right here, so knowing that it's 4 people down here.
Yep.
But I could have either step back, give it to Dyson real quick, so he could attack, or step back and came over here, or started a whole new play.
So the game's slowing down for you.
Yep.
Right? Was that an adjustment?
Yeah.
Because you're so explosive.
Yeah, it's hard for me to try to slow down sometimes.
What about this
but
one?
I've got way better.
Early offense situation, right? If you had this back, what are you doing?
Stepping back. Stepping way back. See, right there, I feel like I was trying to rush it.
Okay.
Try to get into a flow faster than needed to. So right here, I could have kicked to Pooh because he's wide open, Pooh's a shooter, obviously.
Tough shot,
Tough
right?
shot.
Tough
Made
shot.
it tougher for myself, honestly.
But here, just showing that you have the ability to pass in transition, too. Have you worked a lot on that, like those pickups, the kind of one-handed passes?
I've always been able to do that. Little flashy pass.
Big hands?
Yeah, big hands.
That helps.
That really helps.
But no, great read there. Finding your open teammate. And sometimes it's just a simple hit ahead, right?
Yep. That's what my high school coach always told me, just look ahead.
Keep it simple.
Somebody's always open.
So, all right, this is what I think, like, maybe you're one of the best in the world, especially at your age, is just being able to go from, like, slow and just chill to boom. Is that something you developed, you were born with,
I think I was born with that, honestly, just the pace of myself, and I've gotten better at it as the season. Just coming into basketball, I feel like I've always had a quick twitch. That's what my trainer calls it, a quick twitch.
Yep.
So just coming from football and, speed ladder, stuff like that.
Yeah, so, I mean, you can just be chill and then boom, right? Getting downhill, staying with your shot, and, again, not to beat the dead horse here, but you look at how relaxed, boom, and then explosive, right? Really good rejecting ball screens too. So this is kind of one of your go-tos when you do reject. What's going through your head
right
here?
now, I'm like, he's going up. Yeah. I'm like, he's finna try to, because he's telling him screen right. So he's obviously going to try to beat me over there.
Yep.
Try to force me middle, but obviously there's no help middle because he's
Right.
always on the right. He's all the way on the right.
So he's
side,
almost trying to ice it, and
Yeah.
you read that?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so here kind of similar, just being able to explode like off that back foot,
Mm-hmm.
through the legs, downhill. So I mean that if you watch him, he's got a little bit of that too, like somewhat similar move.
Yeah.
This was the game you were at?
Yeah, I seen that. I was there. I seen that move left. Yep.
Similar?
Yeah.
Did you watch any John Wall coming up? Any
John
other
Wall,
like
yeah.
explosive guards at
Yeah,
Westbrook?
John. Oh yeah, Westbrook. He was my favorite player.
Yeah.
Just growing up watching him, it was crazy just watching him.
Yeah.
Just being explosive, and especially that season, he was just killing every
Yeah.
single game. I'm just watching his consistency. That's what really stuck out to me, his consistency and how consistent he was in sharing the ball, rebounding, and
Yeah.
scoring. So
Yeah, well, you definitely have that type of explosiveness, like we said. And then here, the late clock even. Getting downhill, drawing the foul, right?
Mhm.
Oh, they didn't call that?
no, they didn't call it. Gee, bro.
Yeah, okay, good verticality.
Yeah.
We'll give it to him.
Yeah, we'll give it to him.
But again, just similar with, all right, now here, a little bit of the bounce.
Bang.
Dunking on the way up.
Jeez.
Yeah, that's tough.
That's
you
coming. It's coming.
You got that?
Yeah, I got that. It's coming.
You're maybe a little bigger too.
Yeah.
But all right, so we see you getting downhill. Now I think the next piece of that, what about reading the floor? Like, were you always a guy who could spray it out to people, or you were more? Yeah.
I feel like I've always been that guy to, get my teammates involved. Just
Really?
driving and kicking. I feel like my dad, he always taught me to play the right way, no
Yeah.
matter how, if you're on or off, just
Right.
keep playing the right way because it's going to come to you. Don't ever try to rush the game.
So all right, there are some points in the season when maybe they're loading up on you, right?
Yeah.
What would you do if
I
you had
could
this
have
back?
played off two and probably could have left him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Played on the left side, honestly.
So get skinny,
Yeah.
play off two and get skinny, go left.
Yeah.
Anyone you have open here that you would hit?
I had Poole kind of open in the corner right there.
Mm-hmm.
Could have probably played off two, pump fake, kick.
Yeah. Or even like you could even make a lefty
Spun,
hit here,
yeah.
one more.
Yep.
But all that's part of the process,
Yeah.
right? And watching the film, and I thought this was really good in terms of getting downhill. Kind of a similar situation. They're loading up for you. Big step, dodge it, kick out, right?
Yep.
So you can see the difference there.
Yeah. Just reading. I feel like I had my eyes open on that play.
So is that the difference?
Yeah.
And how much does your footwork like come into play in these situations?
It helps a lot. It
Yeah.
helps a lot. Because if I didn't have that footwork and working on my balance or earn, I couldn't be able to do that, honestly.
And then here, what are you seeing on this one?
Boom.
Turn the corner.
Yep. Keep the dribble alive. See Marjan. Yep.
What's he like to play with? Active.
Yeah. He likes to move.
Yeah.
So I'm always looking for Marjan.
Yeah, great cutter. And so, keeping your head up and understanding where guys are on the floor,
Yeah.
that's huge.
I seen him coming up, and I knew he was going to drop down. So,
Yeah, the mid-range is strong.
yeah.
What's the key to it being a good mid-range shooter?
Consistency.
With the
getting
feet?
a whole bunch of shots and just being consistent in your same. And I have a special ability to have these legs, so
Yeah.
I use them at an
Stop on a
advantage.
dime.
And jumping straight up.
So one guy your footwork reminds me a little bit of on the pull-up is Donovan. Have you watched much of him?
Yeah, I watch Donovan. He's one of my favorite players. as
Yeah?
well. Yeah.
Do you agree with like the quick feet and the balance on your pull-up?
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah,
Yeah.
quick one too, right? Not the same situation, but
Nah.
like you can see even here. Like very similar, strong base. What type of shooter were you coming up? Were you always like a downhill to the rim guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've always been that type of guy. Just always been that type of player. And get that pull up going.
All right, so sometimes maybe relying on it almost too much, right? Like you see a lot of the best
Could have
guards.
kept going. Yep.
Yeah, could have kept going, or even like you could
Drop down.
keep them on your hip, re-attack. Have you studied stuff like that?
Yeah. That's what we've been working on as well.
Playing at different pace, because then you're kind of toying with the defense, right?
Yeah. Hezzy right there. Hezzy.
Yep.
He would have jumped because obviously this kind of important is pull up.
Or maybe you got the lob.
Yep.
If that's whoever it is, Rudy Gobert,
Yeah.
Clint Capella at the next level. And then in terms of the read, I thought this was one of your better kind of quick reads too. So just to show the difference, what are you seeing in this one?
Knowing that they had a trouble switching and that
Okay.
they're not a very good switching team,
Okay.
I knew that number 9 was trailing me, or number 4 was trailing me,
Mm-hmm.
and how he was going to get caught up as well. Was that Pooh's man or
Yep.
Dakari's man? I knew
Yep.
he was going to get caught up. So, and once I turned my head, I whipped my head right around very fast, so it's wide open.
But yeah, those type of quick reads, I mean, that's perfect. And then you can also, out of these handoffs, you can cut out of it too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's the bounce. Chin-ups.
Chin-ups.
Chin-ups on the rim.
Hey.
Are you a trash talker? Like you?
Yeah.
Yeah, a little bit?
I like to pop it. Yeah.
Just
Especially if I get going, it's over.
yeah. So you get in that zone. All right. So that's playing out of handoffs, pitches, all that type of stuff. Now more ball screen stuff. Okay. So coming off, I think this is the key for you. Like we talked about, teams going under on you.
Under, yep.
Being able to stop there. How is your? I know you're 17, 18 or something from 3 this year. Like, how is your range going to continue to expand?
Just keep working.
Yeah.
That's all I got to do. It's all about reps and confidence. Just keep working and keep building my confidence and working out.
Because if this shot's falling, then they got to go over, right?
Yeah.
So even if they say they're trying to go under or whatever, one way to kind of force them over is rescreens and twisting it and stuff like that, right? I thought this is really good. I know he goes over the first one, but
Yeah.
just the setup. How much have you worked on that? Like making sure you run him into the screen?
It's really, me and Thomas, we've been working on that. Just making sure the defender is going.
Yeah.
Trying to go through the screen and, coming right off the defender, coming right off the screen. And really just being patient right there. I went down. I didn't see anything, so I backed it back out and kept my dribble. That's what Thomas has been preaching about, so I just kept my dribble right there.
Perfect. And now you got the 2-on-1, right? And then you can just step
Hop
into
on it.
bread and butter.
Yep.
That's a layup, right? All right. So if you're forcing them over, then you can kill in those areas. And then, what's your next option? Get downhill, right?
Yep.
So what do you look at in the big defender that makes you decide to attack?
I see him slow feet
Yeah.
right there. He's obviously just standing there.
Yeah,
not
he's
even
stuck in
ready.
mud, right?
Yeah.
So
So
that-
go around him and attack.
Yeah. Get downhill. That's the easy one. All right. So then sometimes they're gonna switch it, right? This is one of your smoother pull-ups, right?
Yeah. I feel like I'm a better off the dribble kind of
Okay.
shooter, because that's what I worked on. Having the ball in my hands a lot in high school.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's something I've been working on as well, and catch and shoot.
Yeah, being able to create space like that versus switch, that sets the table for the rest of your game. And then
Yeah.
just to show, old Donovan.
Sheesh.
What do you think of that?
That was a mean snatch.
Yeah. And you can see how
Yeah,
agile he
feet.
is, the feet, the balance, that kind of
that
pop,
balance was
similar pop
yeah.
into a shot. So, yeah, I think you've got that same type of potential. And then, this was a switch, I think, but I like this.
Yeah,
This
he's-
is tough agility, man.
Dead man walking.
Huh?
He's a dead man walking.
Dead man walking?
Yeah.
Is that what's going through your head?
Yeah.
When he's on an island?
Yeah, they Jaden tried to come over here and set the little rocket, the little.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I'm like, I got him.
Let you just attack.
Yeah.
So what are you looking at in him that leads you to this move?
I knew he was a slow defender and a slow person at that, and he couldn't move as fast as me, so I used that as an advantage.
Yeah.
And I knew the bench was hyped, so I had to get the bucket.
Dead man walking.
Yeah.
All right, so we know you can score the ball, right? We know you can make kind of the basic kickouts. Now it's about slowing down and making those type of reads, right? So what are you looking at here, and anything you would have done differently?
I could have hit Mike early on the early roll.
Right.
There, boom.
Quick roll.
Yeah.
And then what does he have? Then he can play with this whole
He
backside,
could
right?
really attack and go dunk it.
Yep. Go dunk it.
Yeah.
And if they help, easy spray out.
Yep.
So yeah, so many of the best guards too, you keep them on your back, put them in jail, you drag out the big. There's so many different things you can do. And I think that you're going to continue adding to your game for sure that we're seeing glimpses of. So, all right, and then
block.
what about this one?
Yeah,
Have you seen this clip?
I could have snaked that.
Could have snaked it.
Could have snaked it.
Yep.
Or I could have kicked it.
Or a
immediately.
kick here,
Yep.
even. Or a kick here.
I feel like I decided too early I was going to pull up. So,
Yes.
So that's why I was caught.
That's the one thing I noticed. Sometimes a little predictable with you can
Yeah,
tell
yeah.
you're getting into that shot, right? If you keep guys off balance a little bit more, or even this basic, it's kind of a similar situation. So you see he helps off the strong, easy kick, like your coach said, simple play, right? But I think you have that in your game for sure, and then being able to play at different speeds. I mean, this was nice.
Yeah.
What do you see here?
I knew I had to feed Jesse.
Yeah?
I had to get it to him either way.
Yeah, and just kind of toying with that big.
Yeah.
He helps up. That's big time. And then I know this is kind of out of that pitch, but just to show being able to pass it off the dribble like that with the left too, right?
Yeah.
That's the big hands?
That's the big hand.
But that gives you a lot of potential,
gives you a lot,
as a passer for sure. And then I think the last piece of it for you is like playing off with other guards, right? Like you said, always had the ball in your hands.
Yeah.
Now learning how to play with Jaden or learning how to play, with Pooh, all these different guards. Has that been an adjustment?
A little bit.
So what about this one? If you had this back?
I feel like I made the right read, just trying to get a bucket.
Yeah?
And then I could have shot the pull. I could have shot the first one.
That's what I'm saying. You could shoot that on the hop, right?
Yeah.
So how much of it is like reading the closeout defender? Because he closes out short.
Yeah.
But still, knock it down. You get the bucket. But I love this. So this is like reading your man, playing off of other guards. You miss it, but what are you looking at here? Just looking at your man?
He was just all in the mix.
Lost.
Yeah.
But that's perfect. Like fading to open space, giving your teammate a target, and then that's what it looks like. Wow. Right? When you're shooting the ball well, what are some of the things you're doing?
Staying in my shot.
Yeah.
Knowing the shot's gonna go in.
Yeah.
I feel like that's where my shot really elevates.
I guess what is the upside for Scoot Henderson? What type of player can you be?
Just knowing that I'm gonna keep learning, know that I'm gonna keep progressing. I could be a really special player. I feel like, and as long as I keep my same confidence, I feel like I could be one of the best guards to ever play the game.
Well, Scoot, we've seen it this year, and I think even next year you're going to go to even greater heights. So I appreciate you taking the time, man.
Thank you, my
and
guy.
Best of luck.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.